Across the country and in the Quad Cities is nothing new. There is no easy solution to this, but that doesn't stop people from tackling the problem.
The number of homeless that call the Quad Cities streets home may shock you, but tonight morning anchor Chris Langlois introduces you to one woman who defied the odds with the help of a stranger who she now calls her best friend.
It's happening day in, day out, sleeping under a bridge like this one, trying to scrape up a few bucks on the side of the highway. For the Quad City homeless, this is their home. It's easy to say out of sight, out of mind, but there are those who make it their goal to help, changing one life at a time.
It's like, it was like I lost everything. I lost myself, I lost my confidence, I just felt like there was nothing there no more.
3 years ago, Michelle Simmons was homeless, the result of years of drug addiction that began after losing one of her children. In late 2010, police kicked the door in on her Silvis home. It was a drug sting.
I told that man, come on in. I'm glad you made it here. I'm glad you're here. I'm tired.
Michelle was on the streets with nowhere to go, trying to stay at local shelters by night, trying to get her life together by day. When nobody would turn their head, when nobody would help, that's when Timothy's House of Hope answered the call.
I hit rock bottom. They fed me. We would go there every morning, have our breakfast. It was a blessing for me because I didn't know anybody here.
Timothy's is run through Davenport's Word of Faith Tabernacle, and behind the helm, Pastor Jim Swope.
Our motto is reaching the hungry, hurting, and homeless, and we set this place up to bring people in off the streets.
And the numbers that walk through his doors are both staggering and growing.
The crowds are astronomical, and we've got so many people that come in here on the mornings now that we don't have enough room to seat them. They're literally standing up, eating their meals, or walking out the door with food in their hand.
There you go. Thank you.
Pastor Jim says the numbers reach the hundreds upon hundreds. The Scott County Housing Council does a biannual tally of the Quad City homeless. In their most recent investigation, 592 homeless on our streets. And that's just the people they're able to find. Timothy's dishes out more than 3,000 meals a month. But how?
Well, we do it with a bunch of volunteers and with the help of the good Lord, but we get no grant money, we get nothing coming in.
Every bite of food comes through donations from everyday people. A few cans of fruit, a tin of coffee. They're the building blocks that give people like Michelle the hope and the confidence to get back on their feet. Enough so that she got a job working at McDonald's, the first step.
I need my own income. So after I did that, it was like, I got a place. So that was like, wow, things happening.
After getting a place, next came buying a car, then a cell phone. Every step of the way, Timothy's House of Hope and Pastor Jim continued to give.
That's all I need.
Never asking for anything in return.
They give me rides to work when I didn't have rides. I always had somebody I could call and get in touch with.
Michelle's drug use in her rearview mirror, she still faced at least 10 years in prison from drug charges. Standing before a judge, letters poured in from her parish. Pastor Jim, who she now calls her best friend, testified to the judge she was a changed person. And the judge was shocked.
He told me he was just going to leave my life alone and put me on probation.
That's the reward that you get. When you see that success story, hey, you never know who's walking through the door.
It's a success story Michelle wants the world to know. Her life finally coming together, but her mission just getting started. Now volunteering for the same groups that helped her.
There's somebody out there that I need to talk to or need to hear me and let them know that it's okay. It's okay. You can turn yourself around. You can do all the right things. It's never too late. It's never too late.
Living on the streets, Michelle saw it all and heard it all, from people yelling profanity, yelling go get a job, or even giving her money. But despite all that, she says it just takes that one person to completely turn your life around. Chris Langlois, Local 4 News.
And there are ways that you can do your part to help someone get back on their feet. Both Michelle and Pastor Jim have some specific tips and ideas for you to keep in mind. We've put that as a web extra on our website, ourquadcities.com. And we certainly love to see success stories like Michelle's. It was such a touching story.
A very nice story, certainly.
And nice to hear of some ways that we can all help out. So very good. I'll check that out a little bit later. All right, not a bad